Tekstil Indonesia tak pernah lelah berkarya.
API will continue to stand at the forefront in advancing national industry interests, building strategy, dialogue with all stakeholders, and ensuring that Indonesian industry transformation move in the right direction, realistic, forward-looking, and supportive of a stronger national ecosystem. This seminar is a concrete proof of the commitment. Through this forum, API want to ensure that Indonesian textile industry does not only discuss challenges, but also prepare for the answer. Not only seize the pressure, but also capture opportunity. Not only talks about change, but also dare to lead the change.
These are the critical areas that we have suggested to the government also to address. Value chain integration is definitely one of the important aspects. Technology modernization, getting to technology upgradation, raw material security, how the big companies can secure their raw material, build up their capacities, capacity building programs. Middle skill is gap, labor is not working, so skill development to align themselves to the sustainability requirement. You need a capacity building. Infrastructure clusters, there are hardly any integrated textile parks, very few. So this is an investment. Product upgradation, diversification. Currently, Indonesia is more into the basics products. What my observation is that, and this is where it has to build up how this product improvement can happen. Market access, this is FPA, it has to be utilized as soon as it is becoming force. Domestic market development is currently more governed by the imported materials from China and all. I think this is where the Indonesian players has to come in and take this opportunity. Sustainability and circularity is all part of our process. Policy and regulation, this we felt is weak to some extent, and this is where the government intervention is required to control those practices, and that is the first step that can be taken.
The total PET consumption for in globally is about 115. So my value is a little bit different. We've taken it from Textile Exchange and from IKATSI. So we have about 105 million tons of PET which is consumed, and out of which 67% goes for textiles, right? And the rest is of course in packaging business, the packaging aspects. Of course, we are also there as a key player, and that's why we are more conscious, because we put in both kinds of polyester or PET into the market. And that, of course, on the right hand side you can see there's a heap of clothing, textile clothing, apparel, etc., which is something which I would like to draw your attention to in the next couple of slides. And if you can read at the bottom, which is, no, it doesn't work, okay, that unlike the PET packaging part, which is recyclable to some extent, to a large extent I would say, the textile part is still not looked upon as a recyclable material. And therefore, and that's why it's there, because there are no regulations to support it. And that's going to be a theme of our discussion, that how do we regulate such an industry to create a parallel, I would say, to our regular virgin industry, how we can create a parallel to that.
2 days ago, The Ministry of Industry, Mr. Agus Gumiwang, reiterated during the opening ceremony, the sun of the industry starting to rise, right? But this will give a different perspective when you talk to the bankers. They said, no, the sun sets. So this is a challenge for us because that praise from the minister captures many things: energy, confidence, support, collaborative actions, and responsibility. So there's a renewed confidence, growing policy attention, and stronger momentum for transformation. So this is why these sessions today matters. I believe we all will leave this seminar with at least 3 takeaways. Number 1, what should Indonesia do now? Number 2, what can be done collectively and realistically and profitably